Today we're going to start the video with a special package from Japan. So unexpectedly, this package came like 2 or 3 weeks early. So we're not going to install this today because we're actually starting the GTR exhaust today, but this is going to be really awesome as well. So. This is a good unboxing, right? I'm actually so excited for what's in this box because I've searched, oh my gosh, I've searched so long for this thing right here, and it was so worth the wait. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. This is gonna be amazing. This is the HKS Racing Suction Intake System for the GTR. I've been looking for this for so long, and a company called Final Form actually helped me source it out and get the exact one I needed. This is the best, hands down, intake system that you can get for the GTR. Huge thank you to Final Form. Straight from Japan, all the JDM goodness here. GTR, B&R, R32, RB26. I am so pumped to get this on the car, but first off, you guys have been asking me this forever. Today we are creating a full custom straight pipe exhaust for the GTR. This is going to be a custom downpipe to the catback, the little special exhaust tip, and I'll show you guys that in a bit. We're making the GTR loud today. Well, not today, but we're going to build the exhaust and hopefully put it on tomorrow. But today is the day that we're going to fab it up, measure everything out, and make sure that we have enough material. Before that, I want to turn on the car, show you guys the exhaust right now, because surprisingly, as rusty and old as it is, it sounds really good, which gives me really high hopes for how the GTR will sound with a custom straight pipe exhaust all the way back to the turbos. I think it's going to be really, really awesome, and it's going to be loud, but not too obnoxiously loud. So we'll go ahead and hear how the exhaust sounds right now, and then we'll do another exhaust clip once we have the custom exhaust done. So go ahead and start it up and rev it for you guys. Pretty good, right? Now imagine that times 100. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna pull it into Entice Motorsports, put it on the lift, and start measuring things out. And I'm actually gonna learn how to weld today because I do want to have a hand in actually building this exhaust. I think this car is my favorite, and having a custom exhaust built that I actually help weld would be really awesome. So we're gonna do that today. So the GTR has made it into the shop. We're raising it up right now. We're gonna get full measurements of the downpipe as well as the exhaust all the way back because we still have to go get the materials. We haven't measured it yet, so I didn't want to get too much material or not enough material. So gonna go ahead and do that and get rid of this rusty old exhaust. Here's our stock downpipe. This thing is, what is that, like a 2.5 inch?
That's about a 2 inch.
2 inch?
That's gonna be about a 2 inch.
So we have our stock downpipe 2 inch to, this is the stock Cat right here, and then you have a 3.5 inch aftermarket exhaust. I don't know what brand the previous owner used on this. It's like, I'm guessing just some knockoff that the owner had it in Japan, but we're gonna go get full custom stainless steel 3.5 inch for the downpipe all the way back to the catback. So this thing open up the car unbelievably and make it run, number one, a lot better, number two, hopefully a little bit faster, number three, a lot louder. So John's checking it out to see what we have going on here.
Yeah, see what bends we're gonna need, because the downpipes, like if we look at it here, it looks like they come 1 and 1.5 actually each runner, which is each down for each pipe. So normally if we make them, I'm thinking about going 2.5 on each and then converting it to a 3 inch to connect exhaust and make it a true 3 inch all the way through.
Dope.
I just feel that if we go too big on the turbos, we'll lose back pressure.
Okay.
No, fitment wise we can make it fit. It's just I feel we'll lose too much back pressure because the turbos are kind of small. So if we go too big, we might have that as an issue.
Okay. Well, John's over here figuring out what do we got. That's all the piping that we need.
Yeah, there's just a list of all the bands and flanges and everything we're gonna need for the
dope.
Yeah.
Well, John's over there doing that for all my fit bros who actually care. my third meal of the day. 8 ounces of protein, we've got some vegetables, and we've got my carbs. Whew, really good. I love spicy, but I have a horrible tolerance to really spicy stuff, and I put hot sauce on the steak to give it a little bit of flavor. My mouth's on fire, and I'm sure my lips are swollen, but it's so good and I can't stop. Once I'm done eating, we'll go and get my exhaust. All right, John, where are we going?
Performance tube bending, pick up some material for the GTR.
Dope, you got the list, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, I'll see you guys when we have all the material ready to go, and we'll start welding. All right, we have finally made it back to Entice Motorsports, and here is all of the stainless steel that we got. Now this is going to be a full, true 3.5-inch stainless steel exhaust from the twin turbos all the way back to the catback. So this is going to be super gnarly and super loud. This is not a plug and play application here. We're going to make this to where we want to make it. So we got this long 5-foot stainless steel pipe to basically make a straight pipe up here, and we're going to route everything where we want to route it and make it look really good and make it sound super loud, hopefully. So we're gonna get started here in a bit and start welding everything to get moving forward on the GTR. But first off, we are gonna start taking off all of the stock parts of the car is cooled down. We're gonna take off the downpipe, the catback, and then we'll get started. But this is gonna be pretty difficult, I think, because everything it's so old that it's gonna be all rusty. We'll try it out and see, but it's gonna be pretty rusty. Rustiest slash heaviest exhaust I've ever felt. This thing is disgusting. We've got the catback off. Now we just have to try and get the downpipes off. No one knows how long this exhaust has been on there in the last time that these bolts have been broken. So, well,
The man touch, guys.
oh man, just some rusty jankness right here. All of this is going to be replaced, and it's going to be great and sound really good. Hopefully this really opens up the car a lot more, and that's what I'm most excited for. John, now that everything's off, what are we thinking here?
So I'm thinking, well, first of all, we got a little issue. Gotta replace these studs, put new ones, just so that these don't end up breaking on us, kind of like that one did. Then we're gonna go 3-inch straight to here, and then have another one 45 straight into this one, so it's a straight shot through. And from here we're gonna use a reducer. We're gonna go from 3 to 3.5 straight into the exhaust, V-band it, and that should be
pretty
it.
Yeah. Pretty much it. It's gonna be good. Let's get started. So the first order of business that we have here is these are special GTR flanges made for the turbos, or like the turbo inlet piping, I guess, that comes stock on the GTR. So we're gonna have to chop these off and reuse them, but like make this circle bigger in there to be able to fit our bigger exhaust. Number one. This may or may not be a bad idea, but while we have the exhaust and downpipe off, I really want to hear how the car sounds with pure just turbo. So we're gonna lower the car a little bit, and I want to start it up just to like hear it. That sound gives me high hopes at what this exhaust can be. So hopefully when we're done, it kind of has some of that turbo growl and that spooling sound whenever it gets all finished up. But that was awesome. So now is the time where we begin to actually start cutting all the pieces that we need. John is thinking about how he's actually going to route the exhaust, route the downpipe and stuff. We're going to make it a little bit different than your normal GTR exhaust that you'll see, just because we are able to custom fabricate everything, but should be really awesome. And I'm actually getting a hand in seeing how all of this stuff gets done. So one thing that I didn't tell you guys about the exhaust is, for the tip, we didn't buy an aftermarket muffler. What we do have is my Tomei muffler from my old Evo VIII exhaust, and we're actually going to utilize this to finish out the custom exhaust for the R32. So I'm excited because it's gonna look really good and we get to utilize a very high quality muffler. So now begins the fun part, and one thing that I really do want to learn is how to weld, and what better way to start learning than to have John teach me while building a custom exhaust for the GTR. So I will be able to weld a little bit of this, and let's get started. Hey, you have an important job here.
Danny, you know more or less what to look for.
All right.
Well, no, you gotta do it.
So what I'm doing here is, I'm not actually like welding this just yet. I'm just tacking it together to make sure that we have this straight and this 45, they stay together. So I go ahead and do my best here. I think I have the idea of it now, so I'll go ahead and try it out.
Works.
That's the dot that I created. It's not perfect by any means, but it gets the job done. So the piece that I just tacked up will actually connect to the downpipe. This is the downpipe. That's the first one to the first turbo. And then the second one will be a straight that connects directly into it to make it one piece.
It's gonna have a little bit of a bend.
For now, we're actually just gonna tack up the entire exhaust. And once the entire exhaust is tacked up, then we'll go ahead and weld the entire thing. So piece by piece, I'll be able to tack it up, and then John will show me how to actually like weld. It's been a super long day, but we are making really good progress. John just completed an updated jig for the downpipe, and here's what it looks like. Full custom. We've got bellows flex pipe to help this thing move around when we're putting it on or taking it off or anything like that. And the first downpipe comes down, connects, and we're gonna cut a hole inside of this one and make it all one piece, and then we'll grow it into 3.5-inch catback exhaust. So it looks amazing, super high quality. I'm so excited for this to be finished, and it's just gonna be so incredible. Oh. Damn. Dude, so sick.
It'll be a lot nicer once it's...
Yeah, once it's all welded up and everything, it'll look way better because you don't have these gaps or anything, but overall, the jig for the downpipe, perfect. Perfect fitment, which is what I like about doing custom things. When you make it yourself, everything can be fit exactly perfect to the car, which is what John has done. And it's amazing. But for tonight, that is where I'm gonna end the video. We have a lot more work to do on this exhaust and the catback and stuff. So once this thing is complete, I'll make a full video on the exhaust and us installing it and everything, because it's gonna be amazing. But we have a very long night ahead, so I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. This exhaust is gonna be amazing. Peace out.